Yo, yo. What up, what up? Yo. Oh, got a little bit of my thing hanging out here. Alright, so chances are I'm about to knock this over when I back up into it. What's up? What's up? So, welcome. Hope you guys are doing good. Thanks for tuning in. Been a little bit, so definitely some good time to do some 8 racking. So London Mulligan's in effect. That's the first thing. So in general, that should help 8 rack. Just if the on one arbitrary mathematical aspect where if they're have less cards in hand because they're mulliganing more as a whole, then obviously your racks are closer to taking effect. Uh, I'm not sure if that's been updated lately, so we'll check the deck list. That might be on my black-red list. So I'm in brewing. So there was just a banned and restricted announcement today, so that was been waiting on that a little bit. And now the meta will kind of settle for a little bit. Basically getting rid of bridge just kills that very degenerate hoback vine dredge variant, which was bullshit. So it's a good thing that that's gone. No big deal. But now that means dredge is back, and just dredge by itself is a real fucking pain in the ass. Especially like life in the loam, it's rough. So, I mean, what are the big deck lists we got to go after now? You got to look at the meta. You know, it's going to settle on blue-white control. Is always going to be there. We can have a good list to beat them, so you have to figure out how you want to tweak it. So, blue-white control. Dredge. Not great. Not great at all. Tron. Not great. Not great. Okay, so 3 of the big decks we're not great against. Of course, your list can vary quite a bit, and you know you can build a list to attack a certain type. For example, the black-red variant I've been playing with direct land destruction, with blood moons, with lightning skelementals. That's Rex Tron. Like I think I beat Tron about 3 out of 4 times I played Tron. So it's not to say rack is bad, because rack can be so many variants of different decks. So you just 8 rack is a lot of different 8 racks. But in general, Tron, Dredge, Control, not good. Other big meta hitters, Phoenix. Pretty good against Phoenix. That's good. Humans, that's probably the 5th big hitter. Decent against. Again, depending how you build. If you have 4 fatals, Bantus, bridges in your main, you'll probably be pretty good against tribal. And I believe Jund is going to start seeing some uptick with Ren and 6. And Jund's pretty good matchup again. So I'd say out of the 6 decks, 3 are not very good, 3 are decent, and you have to build your list to accommodate that. So, you know, you could say, okay, we'll just forget about Dredge and bring no graveyard hate, and then we can have a lot of Tron hate, a lot of blue-white control hate. You know, that's one way to approach it. Or you could say, hey, I'm going to really do well against Tribal and Jund and Rock and other creature strategies, and just have sideboard options for Control, Tron, Dredge, and just hope you get a lucky game 1 and, you know, do well game 2. It's not great, but that's why we're here. That's why we're going to play and kind of think about it. So I'm going to spend a lot of time talking. We're going to be deck brewing. We'll probably start playing in like 20 minutes. If you're watching this on the VOD, you can just scroll ahead. But the brewing is going to be a very important part. So we have to really brew 75 card list here. So this is where I'm at right now. And we're going to talk a lot about it. We're going to edit this a bit. So make sure you guys are seeing everything okay. I think my sound's good. I went back to my old overlay, so some things might be a little different right now. Oh, and I've repeatedly been getting violations for music that I keep supposed to be not copyrighted. So I'm officially, this is another non-copyright list, so I have no idea. It's just generic background music, so we'll go with it. I can turn it down. It shouldn't be too loud or anything, but it's more of just a generic non-copyright playlist. If you have non-copyrighted music you want to share with me, like links, that works too. Okay, so let's talk about this list. What cards now are we really want to test? Silent Clearing is certainly one of them. This list is running 4 of them. I think we're going to try that for now. It's late game, you know, it's either a land to fuel Raven's Crime, which of course all our lands are. It's, you know, essentially getting us the black. With Urborg, it doesn't hurt us too much. You know, it's gas. It's giving you an extra draw. So far, I've been pretty happy with them. I don't think I'd run 0. I'm not sure if 4 is right. We can go up to 8, remember. But we like 4 right now. So that's something in this list we're probably going to keep. The other interesting land in the list is Field. I feel it's still really strong. When people ask me about Field of Ruin, there's a lot of lands in the format that can be annoying. Not just Tron lands, but I mean almost, you know, a lot of blue-eye controlled lands, man lands. Just in general, it's good, and I like having it in conjunction with Surgical game 1, especially against Tron. So Field, I'm still not completely sold on, but I've had 2 in my list lately, and I'm usually pretty happy I have it versus not happy. Frank, what was the name of that trader? I actually need to get my Surgicals. So good news, everyone. After, I think I've been streaming for a few years, I reached the minimum threshold for Twitch to send me money to my PayPal. So officially got money from Twitch for the first time ever. So thank you very much to all my subscribers, just watchers, followers. It's been awesome. Rogue Goblin and my boy Sean, you guys are the 2 MVPs. I must give special shout out to you guys. Everyone else, appreciate it. So we're using that stream money as promised, buying 2 Surgicals right now. So this list is going to have 2 Surgicals. Let's just put these extirpates in the main board. I think I like 2 extirpate main board. And I noticed there's not a lot of chat going on. If you are saying, I think Nether Spirit sucks, I think Dave sucks, I think you need more bridges, hey, this is a good time to interact. There's no wrong answer here. We're certainly brewing. So good question, Exit Owens. Nether Spirit's been pretty good so far. It's on the potential cut list from this list we're over right now. I like it a lot with Smallpox and Collective Brutality. So if it's in your opening hand, and then there's a decent chance you also have a Smallpox and collect one of those, it's really good turn 2 play against a lot of decks, especially more fair ones. You know, it's not going to win you anything, but it's a nice little advantage there, and it basically supports your Mutavault. So games where your Mutavaults get you that extra chip damage, the Nether Spirit can really do it, especially if you discard it to Lily, Smallpox, or Brutality. So it's really strong with these guys turn 2. Beyond that, it's good with Lily, but you're pretty much going to go Hellbent by turn 4. So at that point, it's not really a great draw, but it is another win con. Good question though. That's certainly one of the ones that's being tested. So Nether Spirit, the silent clearings, Field of Ruin. I think we're probably going to run 4 Inquisition and 2 Thoughtseize. Especially if we're running the extirpates. These Wrench Mines are potential. These Daves are potential. Cards I might want to bring in is a Bantu's main board, especially if Jund is back up. Potentially a Bitter. We're at 62 now, so we're going to have to cut some of these. So back to what I was saying, you have to attack the meta. You can pull up MTG Goldfish to see the top meta lists. And then you can figure out from there. For example, for Dredge, I really think you want 2 experts main, 2 surgicals main, and 4 ley lines. Now, whether or not you need another Nile spell bomb or something to supplement it, that's something. I'm trying to figure out real quick which I got that bot from, because there's a good deal on surgicals. So let me check. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. We're going to get some matches started in a little bit, but we got to definitely focus on the list here. I'm trying to secure a couple of surgicals online through, forgot what site it was, had a discount right now. Okay, so back, we'll say we'll settle on this land for now. Question is, how many fatals, how many wrench mines, how many collective brutalities, Liliana's Triumph. Seems like Nether Spirit's probably not great in this meta though, so we're probably gonna toss him. They might even toss one Dave. Maybe go up to 3 fatals main board. Yeah, Narset is so... Blue-white control is not going to be great. So if this is our main board, we need some sideboard for blue-white control. Probably more Bitter Blossoms. Maybe 3 Bitter Blossoms, 3 Delirium Skeins. And we also need a little more Tron hate. So maybe we just have 3 Bitter Blossoms. Add a couple Damping Spheres. Try to figure out which site has this deal for MTGO. Keep scrolling. MTGO traders. Okay. So we're gonna throw these surgicals in here and continue tweaking this list. I'm not sure if it is online. I'm not gonna play a league probably today. But didn't everything get banned at the same time? Online is usually right on pace. Oh, let me see if I updated this. $12 p.m. today? Okay, so it's already there. Hell yeah. Setting up this order on the card hoarder right now. Didn't have time to get it set up. Yep, I hope you guys are doing good. So if you have any thoughts about this current list, this is 75. This is kind of where we're at. And if you have Dredge, if you have one of those 6 meta decks we talked about online, I'd love to just jam games against you, because this is how we're gonna get better, is targeted practice. But for now, we'll just see how certain cards feel. My name's Puff Trees online, right? Alright, so we're getting those surgicals. This is great. I wasn't able to get it set up before the stream, but I figure we need some time to look at these lists. So the big question is are we strong enough versus tribal? And decks we should be good against, like Jund and humans. And I think so. With 3 fatals, 4 smallpox, a couple brutalities, the lilies, the bridges. I think game 1 we're pretty decent against them. So that's one of the big questions you got to answer. Now, whether or not our graveyard hate is enough to handle dredge, it really depends on if we get the ley line. But we also have London mulligans, so I think we'll be okay. Okay, so we're just waiting on the bot now. We'll drop these 2 extirpates for surgicals. So is Damping Sphere where we want to be versus Tron, or should this just be a Pithing Needle? Maybe this extra Bitter Blossom should also be a Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle is pretty darn good. They got a lot of Planeswalkers and Blue-Eye Control now. You have Dredge, Shock? Oh, hell yeah, man. Yeah, Fulminator's Drufus, what up, dude? I don't have it, so that's one of the ones I'll have to buy also. But we'll start with the surgicals. Because I want the Fulminators in my red-black list. This is one of the lists right now. I love the red-black list, but just focus on getting a you gotta have your mono black plan in place, and then you can get your other colors ready. But you know, if I wanted to go to a tournament with Rack and do well against Tron and Control, I would play black-red, definitely. Yeah, and what we really need to do is get the pull up the sideboard guide and get those matchups all shored up. So big props to Sean. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. You you and Rogue, both you guys, appreciate it. You guys are the main reason. We got a couple surgicals, so now we got much better gas against Phoenix and everything like that. Woohoo! So let's just run some games. We've been chatting. Thanks for holding on, everyone, and we'll go from there. So we're just in an open play, tournament practice type spot. See how some things feel. I haven't played online in a little bit, so. And I went back to my old interface, so let's see if this is good. Play first, no. We'll take the draw. Solid, keep. Got some redundant rack effects. I basically took my old interface and I got rid of the lily at the bottom left, because she was blocking the important stuff. The other lily should be good though. Okay. Is Delver a thing now? So open with Inquisition. He's already down on cards. So we definitely take the Snapcaster here. And then we're in a decent spot. So we take the Snapcaster, especially with the Ravens. So in our game plan here, he's essentially going to be Hellbent pretty soon. And we have 2 racks. So since he's already down to 17, that's only 3 turns. So and nothing he does puts huge amount of pressure with the Phoenixes and stuff. So I'm not too worried about it. I assume this is a blue-red Phoenix deck. Okay, so he has Mana Leak. But he's gonna He won't be able to cast it this turn, so that's fine. So what we'll probably do is not fatal yet. So we got rid of an opt. He's got a lightning bolt, a fairy conclave, and a mana leak. I kind of like making him discard 2 cards here. One is pretty good. We could discard 1 and make him... Because we could actually dump either of these. I guess just the Mutavault. Yeah, I kind of like a double Raven's Crime here. Again, he's putting a little pressure with his amount of damage. We're more concerned about him. He's got 3, you know, but... Should we just push this guy now? It's a tough question. There goes his bolt. Okay, so we're alive a little longer. Let's just check this Fairy Enclave. Oh, it's actually a attack. Yeah, I really like getting him down on cards here. Which one is going to be better for the race? This is tough. Another tough one. I kind of like keeping the Muta. Maybe because the fact we have a good play. We don't need to worry about the land. Yeah, let's do it. A lot of different lines here. I could definitely see just pushing. So he's keeping his mana leak. Which we could get him to bait on the push. And then double rack. Maybe we Raven's Crime him first. Good Raven's Crime. He'll discard, then we'll push, he'll counter. Or we actually try to... No, I guess we want him to... Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. All those are good options. I think if we go ahead and hit him with the Ravens. Oh, he dropped Mana Leak. I wonder if he has another one. Okay, so we got to the same effect. It was just a matter of how long. Sean, what up, man? We got the surgicals. Appreciate it, man. We got money from Twitch finally. We passed the threshold, so we got them. Actually, I haven't updated the list, so we were just brewing around. I need to get to that. I guess there's no reason not to try to stick to Shrieking here. He's at 2 lands, so he's gonna have to play lands to get up. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, that's a little old list. My bad. We'll get the picture going after this. So it looked like the blue-red control type list, right? Was it Phoenix? We're pretty sure. I haven't seen any new lists. Well, Delver. So we know he had that. Yeah, it sure does. Are we sure? Let's look at some. Are we sure what list this is? I haven't been playing Modern as much lately. Are we sure that wasn't a Phoenix variant? Some might run it. Kind of like a creature-based setup. We're pretty good main board against a deck like that. Might not need to over sideboard much at all here. Drop a push for Ravens. Everything we have is pretty good. Let's see more. There's no reason to overthink it. I mean, the reason you have a sideboard guide is that you have to follow it. We don't have that right now. We'll see what we got to worry about. Well, let's do our first London Mulligan. I like to share this London Mulligan with all of you. Keep that. Well, that turned out to be a pretty good sixer. Should we just surgical the polluted delta? I guess we'll see after we Inquisition. It may very well be it. It's good. This is why you toss some Raven's Crimes, because they usually bring, especially if you do, if you use them like we did game 1 last time, it's sometimes good to just take some of them out, because they might be getting some graveyard hate against you. Hello! Well, I could take 2 bolts from his hand. That's pretty good. We don't really have an answer for Pyromancer. He doesn't have the land right now. We could just simply take the Pyromancer and not get silly with Surgical. Could take a Serum. That's what I'm thinking, just to get 2 cards, get value out of the Surgical. But Surgical will be pretty good for us. Don't have a great answer for Pyromancer once it lands. It's part of the problem. Yeah, I think because we had him removal, we take the Pyromancer. If this was against a deck, maybe we did have a future Surgical play. It's sometimes good just to get double value of Surgical right then. I mean, even taking all his fetch lands, he's hurting. But getting him down on cards is good, but we don't have an answer. Hell yeah. There's a lot of decisions to make when you're playing. This is not easy right here. I think it may be good just to get the... Just try to stick a Lily next turn and go ahead and get bolts to keep Lily alive. They tap Relic. I mean, he's hellbent right now. I think we just do it, right? Either way at the end step. What's the advantage of waiting for him to tap? I don't. You guys said that a couple times. Wait for him to relic. He's not going to activate it other than to make me get rid of one. And I really don't. I'm still gonna hit him with the Raven's Crime too. Oh, because you can do it to itself. Wow, punt. Good to know. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is why we're playing on here, because we haven't dealt with that much. Let's give ourselves a punt. Hey, that's why we're learning. Nobody's perfect. You guys kept saying it. I was like, what are you talking about? Okay. Well, that's certainly a punt. Hey, we won't make that mistake again. If we make it again, you guys can make fun of me, but not for one. So obviously, if you missed it, the play was to wait to the... At the end of my turn, he was going to tap his relic and targeting me. And once he did that, then I surgical his lightning bolt. Because what I just did is I just surgical his lightning bolt, and he actually relicked himself, exiling the lightning bolt, and then my surgical couldn't hit it. So hopefully he doesn't draw another one. It'll be okay. And Lily sticks. If not, then that was a game probably losing punt, but that's okay. That's why we're not in a league right now. We're not even recognizing these modern decks specifically right off the top. Okay, so we got to dodge a bolt for a couple turns here. Gas. Okay. Let's see how it works. Not great. Can't do anything with that. Just make everyone scar. Okay, so we see if they come back this game 2 here. But we should also keep thinking about our sideboard here. We didn't really change much, but you know, against a list like this, I don't really... A lot of our main board is good. I think we take out the Ravens and bring in Bantus probably for the Pyromancer. But that's about it. So we certainly need some love off the top here. So if we had done it right, we would have just been able to edict the Pyromancer, and he probably would have conceded. But that's why we learn. Oops, sorry, I muted my mic there. Yeah, so I noticed that also. He should have taken my Shrieking Affliction. Okay, so this guy just punted twice, so we're not in the A-League right now, we'll say. Not gonna get any better. So I'm about to go to game 3. It's not a lot I can draw here. Bridge would be good. Probably about it. Frank, what up, man? We got those surgicals. Thanks to your ticket. I mean, your discount code saved us 7 tickets. We punted pretty bad this game, but we learned something. So, I guess we're not dead yet. Hang in there. Yes, sir. We're basically on the bridge or busts camp right now. He's like, great job with the punt. It was awesome. So we're going to drop our Ravens for the rest of our creature package. Since it seems that that's his primary win condition, besides Jace. So try to stay off of Jace and not make any punts. We'll still take the draw here. Basically want to take the draw against every deck in this meta right now, I would say. I don't think there's a deck. Unless, with this list, I would probably take the play against Tron. Because that's one of my only ways to get rid of his... His hand's pretty bad. I kind of want to see the power of Silent Clearing. Maybe we should mull this. Doesn't have a lot of action. Yeah, it's really only 2 cards. We're going to mull this. Okay, we'll keep this. Toss this Urborg. And London Mulligan. Not bad. Okay, so we're going to need to... do we just push this guy now? I think I want to Inquisition in case he's got a Pyromancer. This is not easy either. Kind of want to land that Wrench Mine next turn. He probably won't hold back. Do we let him? If he holds for a counter, that slows him down a lot. I think he'll probably play the Relic. Or do we assume we can kill one of these with push, so we don't have to worry about the second one? Take a Logic here. Next turn, push one. And stick a Shrieking. Followed up with Wrench Mine. Kinda... maybe we just go after both creatures here. He'll certainly next turn play a Ceremonious and Relic if we take Logic. I mean, excuse me, a Delver and Relic. Take Logic. We can kill one, drop one. Maybe we can race him better like that. Damn, this is gonna be tight. Let's try it. I think it would have been a good route also. It's sometimes you have to just choose a route, and interesting to see how it'll unfold, you know. Oh, he played a new land. I saw the Delta, I hadn't seen that one. We don't want to wrench mine while he has the relic. Good. Oh, and he held Delver. Interesting. Okay. And we have the Bantus. Perfect. So I think right now our plan is just to fire off the wrench mine, and it's going to hit 2 cards. So wrench mine for the win here. Pretty sure that's the right move. Wrench mine for the win. Next turn, shrieking and push. Hide behind. We need to get more discard because he's going to be up on discard here. So he's got a Delver. That's it. Okay. So if he plays a Delver next turn and taps out, we'll just Bantu it, most likely, even though it sets us back a turn. We'll see. Just gotta keep track of his hand. He's got a Delver. And he's got a Logic Knot now. Okay. So what we gotta do here is make him waste a Logic Knot on Fatal Push, freeing up Bantus. Is there a way we surgical? No. Can we do anything with surgical right now? There's no shenanigans here I can do. I know he's got a Logic Knot and a Delver. Pretty sure the play here is to push. He counters. Then shrieking. The question is do we use the surgical? Well, if we just surgical the Logic Knot, let's do this. If we just surgical the Logic Knot, no, he can exile. Shit. Okay, we can't. We almost made the mistake again. So we have to do it like this. But we can always wait for him to do that next time to use our surgical. So he should delve 3. If not, I'm just gonna let it happen. Okay, delve 3. Yep. Was Logic Knot the card I want to take out of his deck? We already got 2 of them. Probably though, right? Is there anything better on the... Everything else will be able to cast almost. Yeah, I don't want him countering my next Bantus. So our clock is Muta plus Shrieking. Okay. Got a few more Archmages, the Fairy Conclave, Devil, Crypto. He's got a pretty diverse set. At least we got the 2 there. Okay. So ideally he kind of like taps out for another Delver. We need some discard bad. Oh. He's only at 2 mana. I didn't see many other counterspells he had for 2. Nice. Strong hit. Wrench Mine MVP. Don't let people sleep on Wrench Mine. tell you it's bad. Any card can be bad. Okay. Clock ticked back in our favor here, but not for too long. So we still need a little love here. He's holding the relic, so he's got that option. Bridge seems good. Either he counters and goes down to cards, or it sticks. Got there, boys. So we made a critical punt, game 2. I'm going to just recall it. So as long as he has a surgical out, a relic, you don't want a surgical because he can just relic himself and then get rid of the card you're surgicaling and it fizzles. So always wait for them. They should always do it on your end step. So just wait on your end step and then nail them. Good game, good game. Let's look at the list. Sorry, there's a lot of people joining a little late. This is where we're at right now. It's nothing too crazy. Let me get a picture of it and make a... try to get this uploaded real quick. Figure out a good site for this. Sorry, take a little sec to get this list. Deck list. Call this 7-8-19. Mono B. So the London Mulligan was pretty good for us. We mulligan really fucking good. The second time we London Mulligan, we had 2 Urborgs, but our hand was gas, so we just tossed an Urborg. It was pretty nice. So works good for us, I think, in both ways. We mulligan very well, and obviously if our opponents mulligan, that's good for us. So let me just update this deck list real quick for everybody. Copy. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. There was we're still gonna go, of course. Deck list. Just add this. Add command deck. Boom. Add command. And as far as the music goes, it's just the only non-copyright I could find right before I stream. So if you have good options for not copyright music, I'm all ready. But yeah, let's jam some games. Good. So we took out blue-red. It's a deck we should do well against. Fatal Push, super strong. Bridge, Bantu is very strong. We also didn't board properly that game too. So easily we should have beat them 3 games in a row. So that's a deck you should feast on with Rack. And as you build these lists, especially this list, you have to figure out what decks you want to beat down. Like, damn, 3 Inquisitions? Fuck it. Who needs a win condition? Okay, is it blue-white? I mean, is it a white-black Eldrazi? Okay. Beautiful. So we'll take Thalia. He's going to Tide Sculler one of these cards, but we can actually kill it. So let's make sure we understand Strangler. Okay. Yeah, I think these are the most annoying ones. Definitely Thalia is super annoying. He's going to Tide Sculler again. something. But either way, we can kill the Tide Sculler or make him discard a lot. So. Okay, he just went with the fatal route. That's fine. Well, Bob, show. And it looks like we take the Finks. Oh wait, so actually, oh, he can eat. This is considered an exile. I didn't even think about that. Right? So the Wasteland Stranger can eat this. Right? So let's give ourselves a punt for not reading all those cards properly. This is why we're practicing. It's a reasonable punt. I believe that's how the Wasteland Stranger works. Now that I think about it, it makes sense. So our plan right now to win would be hide behind a bridge with a rack down and repeat some Raven's Crime shenanigans. Boom, boom, boom. He has a Shambling Vent, so there we go. Wrench Mine would be really good right now. Instead, I think it's fine to just get the bridge down. Especially like he could top deck a Thalia and we wouldn't have 4 mana for it. So we should have no problem going Hellbent here ourselves, making it very difficult for him to attack us. I want to get some action though quick. This is when Dave is really good. So we will get to see the Wasteland Stranger in effect here. And it's exactly I imagine what we're thinking. He's going to just dissolve this Fatal Push. But actually, I don't own it from XL, right? Opponent ours. We'll see. I don't fucking understand. Can't attack. Oh, he went Hellbent for us. Oh, yeah. I hope you guys are liking this. So this is when we make him Hellbent with Raven's Crime and we drop 2 racks and we chill behind our bridge like sup. So first off, fuck that card in your hand. Get that shit out of here. Whatever jank shit you got. Path Exile. Get out. Rack 1. Shrieking. Okay, so as long as we draw lands, we can keep our Raven's Triumph going, and as long as we dodge Blast Zone, I'm not sure what else he might run. Don't think he runs EE. Could definitely run some Artifact Hate for Bridge. We just need to draw some discard. So this is like Dave would be really good. Okay. It doesn't make... Okay, check this out. So if you drop a rack here, he's dead in 2 turns. Okay? But if he top decks an EE or something to kill racks, then we're short. So by not playing the rack here, it's still going to kill him in 2 turns. He'll go down to 6, and then next turn, we can still play it. And then, I mean, he'll be at 8, and it'll be exactly lethal. So the math works out to where it's better not to play it. To just not play the rack this turn. There's no reason to play it. Except if he can make us discard something. What's a higher chance? He has a way to remove all my racks, or he's got a card that'll make me discard. Actually, he runs a lot of Tide Scullers. I just kind of did some extra logic. There's probably a better chance. Appreciate that follow. Thank you. There's probably a better chance he can make me discard this rack than get completely blown out here. But even with that logic, we'll stick with it. I can see a blast zone or something being super annoying. Here comes the Tide Sculler. So Flicker Wisp was also, so having said all that, okay, he's flicking that. I guess if he flicked the other one, he would, it's the exact same position now. I think we just keep holding it. Greetings from Portugal. Hey, welcome, man. Glad you could make it. I know it's a little late in the evening there for you now. Hope you're chilling. It's awesome. That's one place in Europe I have not been. I look forward to visiting. I do travel a bit. There's probably a better chance he makes us discard. Should we just take him to 9 here? Fuck it. Take him to 1. You can see the type of logic you have to employ there. The fact we don't understand this guy's deck enough because we're out of the format. We don't want to waste time going too deep in that thought process because we're not sure what it's going to be anyways. But you can see how in a more advanced... I want you guys to think about what you should be thinking, you know, if you were better than me. Oh yeah, Rack is a lot of fun, man. A lot of ways to build it. Okay, so we got Eldrazi. Black, white, bullshit. So push. Basically our creature package. Wrench Mine is actually not great against him. Probably drop a couple Rave. Brutality, nah, we need to keep some removal for Thalia. I think that's kind of where we're at right there. Surgical's not great. Maybe we keep Ravens. Is Pithing Needle gonna be good? Actually, I think Bitter Blossom would be pretty good in this matchup, right? This is one of those creature type matchups. Bitter might be good. We're throwing 1 Delirium Skeins. Maybe both Skeins. We'll try both Skeins actually. We ended up dropping a little bit. Thalia's our biggest threat right now. I kind of like the no creature thing. I play with Bob. He's my favorite creature probably. This hand sucks. At least we got direct removal. Let's keep it. But back to Bob, I think he's great. I kind of like the no creature main board, just to mute some of their removal. I really like that plan in general. But if you were gonna main board a creature, I would definitely say Bob. And in black red, I run Bob. But I also run Lightning Skelemental. Okay, so we can actually got a hit for so we take the Arbiter, especially since he's got Ghost Quarter. I kind of want him to play it next turn, though. Is that too risky? He plays it next turn, and then we... What if he doesn't play it? Yeah, he'd be too smart. That's too risky. It's too risky. What I was thinking is, obviously, if he does it next turn, you can... Brutality getting not only disenchant from his hand, but also killing Leon Arbiter. But that's a little greedy, I would have to say. Isolated Chapel. It probably makes sense right now, Brutalitying just the disenchant. I kind of like the Urborg. He's got double black, so not a big deal. He's got a Finks. Okay, so both his creatures get hit by Brutality, but man, oh, do we need a bridge bad. We'll be able to dig a little, not good enough. I have not tried Narset in blue. The blue lists I run, I only run Search, only stuff that's 1 blue. And like Jace, baby Jace and Search is all I run. And some counter spells and stuff. But I try to avoid anything that's too heavy in blue. Wow, did we just triple Aram here? I think so. I think we just triple Ravenscrime the motherfucker. Yeah. You guys, you know, sometimes you gotta hit someone with 3 Ravenscrime. Well, made him go hellbent real quick. The old triple Ravenscrimes. Now we just need a bridge. The silent clearing can help us dig for one, hopefully. Okay. Do we want to push this? Or do we want to save push? We could rack and just brutality. We're not going to get a better hit off brutality, probably. There wasn't enough mana to get a good play with the silent clearing. I thought about just getting a draw off silent first, but I don't. I needed the mana. We need the mana right now. And now, okay, yeah, I'm glad we didn't do that. 'Cause Bob is a serious threat. Yeah, Ashiok's pretty dope. He might be, it depends how much graveyard things become an issue. Not great. Not great for us right now. We need that bridge. Okay. Let's hope for a bridge. Let's go bridge, baby. So at this point, a second rack would be great. So we need a bridge or a second rack, assuming he whiffs. Gotten kind of lucky with that. Okay. So we fire off the Ravens, make sure he doesn't have a disenchant in his hand. Drop the Shrieking. Now he's on a 2-turn clock. So if we draw land next turn, as long as he doesn't draw Finks. I think majority of his deck is 3-drop, so Inquisition should hit also. That was good for him. That's exactly what he needed. Okay, so we need a rack, a bridge. Shit. I think we lose. That was close. We already went through our brutalities. Rack! Bam! Not quite. We get him down to 2 here. Okay, good game. Close one. I like the list. I like our list for them. That was close. The triple Ravenscrime really came through. We just didn't get that bridge. The Flicker Wisp really saved him. We were right there. All right, London mulliganing. Cheers. Have to toss the Field of Ruin there. We'll try to Thought Seize his Thalia, and we gotta get a bridge, you know. Hope you guys having fun. This is a matchup we can beat. Okay, so we definitely take the Thalia. Okay, so he's just got a Dark Confidant, Aether Vial. So we should be able to make him discard it next turn with Ravens. Maybe. No, he'll discard. Okay. Okay, so we can make him discard Bob here. We're on a good path to victory here. GG, GG. Oh, I guess he could draw a Leon Orbiter. Leon Orbiter would be really bad for us. Or if he draws a Disenchant and we whiff out. So he could flash out any creature, but it's not going to be big enough to threaten Lily at 4. So we just go with it. And he doesn't have... Good, it was Sphinx. Okay. Now we're in a pretty good spot.
history. Yeah. And when you're alone, do you say my name or you say her name? Yeah. My love it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history. Yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep, and you and I, we got history. Yeah. Step on the land, I've got your hand, and now we're way down, fade out low. Was it your plan? Can't understand. I love the air you bring, everything. Underneath the sun, our fire is burning. You tell me to hold on tight. I wish that we could stay here forever. I wanna remember. Oh, the sight of you brings the fight in me, makes me wanna move. Fingers down your spine, looking in my eyes, feel your hands on mine. Tonight we're freer than ever. I wanna remember. Oh, we run every endeavor. I wanna remember. Step on the land, I've got your hand, and now we're way down, fade out. No, was it your plan? Can't understand. I love the air you bring, everything. Amid the sun, a fire.
Whoa, what happened to my mic? Forgot I muted it. Okay, let's go back. Just forget that minute just happened. I was gonna say, yeah, it was GG. As far as the league goes, uh, that's definitely the plan. If you guys missed it, I just reached my Twitch minimum. Like, if someone donates $5 to the stream, the streamer doesn't get it until you reach a certain minimum, and then Twitch hooks you up with the check. So we finally reached it. So that was the. That's why we bought the surgicals, and that's why we're gonna start paying for leagues and start doing more leagues. But as you saw right now by the punts I've been making, I couldn't even identify that first deck. So probably by tomorrow or Wednesday we'll start streaming. So start doing actual leagues. So as of right now, I'm a little rusty, but that's certainly the plan. Thanks to Sean and Rogue Goblin mainly, but any of the followers, everybody helped. So the leagues are definitely coming. Oof. Don't want to keep one land with smallpox usually, because this is almost like a dead card. So this is a mulligan. If I'm playing Tron, this is a good hand. Ugh, I think we have to keep it and just go for a turn 2 smallpox. This is fucking wild hand. Well, surgical is actually pretty good. So, which do we take here? Just take Vengevine? Take Bloodghast? Take Faithless? You guys have a thought process here? What do I take? I think I'm just gonna take Vengevine. Or is it Bloodghast? Yeah. Or looting. Here we go. We got 3 different answers. Just go for the looting. We got a chance to take both. Any other vote? We got 1 vote for each. I said Venge. Lay said Bloodghast. Ice is on looting. There's all 3. The Bloodghast is a more immediate threat because he'll just play land next turn. The Vengevine is a pretty big threat though, right? Damn, that's tough. Yeah, I guess there's no reason. There's no reason to yeah. Good call. That was the correct answer from Shock. The correct answer was, why are you surgicaling when you can wait a turn? Okay, now we surgical. And let's just hit his Faithless. Oh my god, so we have to hit Vengevine for sure. With this amount of creature swarm he's got. Jeez. Oh, it doesn't keep his hand. I forgot when you surgical. It's a stupid ass bug. But we know he had 2 carrion feeders, 1 carrion feeder, 2 insolent annihilates, 2 lands. I'm pretty sure we should just take Vengevine here. And just draw step, I guess. Guess. Yeah, that's what he had, Shock, plus one other land. So now it's the same thing, plus 3 land. So we need like a bridge really bad here. Taking the other neonate's not a big thing. We need a bridge is what we need. I think I have to just hope I get a bridge, keep all the lands. mean, the bull gas doesn't have haste, so we are keeping ourselves alive a little bit by that. You just need the bridge. There's really no other solution right now. Let's see, he's hit me for still a chance we could top a bridge. Believe in the heart of the bridge. Come on, bridge. He's hit me for 9. Okay, 10. Bridge. Good game, good game. Okay, our neighborhood friendly bridge. Ley line. Wrench mine's probably not great. Wondering. Raven's Crime is usually auto takeout. So we want some Bantus. I think I want more Fatals. Probably even cut a Fatal. I think so. I don't think Fatals are great against him, right? I mean, they're definitely not getting us Dredge, but this is different. This is classic fine. Well, we'll see how London Mulligan works with our Graveyard Hate. We'll see how it goes. Look at first, no. Okay. You really want 2 Graveyard Hate. But okay. Okay. Let's go for a turn 0 Leyline again. Oh shit, where'd my coffee go? Yeah. Okay, so mulligan. Keep. Probably drop a Dave. Okay. Oh, Cindervines is good. Okay. He's got a hoe back. You got one unknown. Worm Bones, what's up, man? Yeah, man. Sorry, I've been busy. But, you know, now with the new banned and restricted announcement, not that they did anything big, but they, you know, it's good to know that this is what its format's probably going to be for a couple months. So, good to get back on it. Good time. And we just reached our Twitch limit, thanks to all the support lately. So we got some funds from Twitch. So we got ourselves a surgical, 2 of them. As far as stream, I changed the overlay a little bit. Oh, we got Hollow Boy. Okay. So we need a bridge bad. Hell yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Worm. You gotta give me some tips. I just unlocked the, like the lightning spec of the Warlock class. It's pretty sweet. Like, I'm like level 20. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's cool. I have a old classic WoW guild, and they're trying to get things back together. Jeez, now we really need that push. So we gotta bring our fatal pushes back into more. But I'm really liking Destiny more than anything. At least Liliana will be able to get rid of one of these guys. Not good. Oh, I guess you can. Okay. So Lily should be able to stutter us a bit. Probably not. I mean, just we saved 2 damage there. He's getting into rack-ish range. Let me see how it goes. Okay. God, we need a bridge would be great. Okay, so we saved ourselves 2 life there. Nice. Oh, baby. So we Lily here might be able to survive. Lily into smallpox would be glorious. Alright, cross your fingers. You cross them fingers. So no creatures, no creatures, no creatures, no creatures. If we could somehow hit the hollow one with smallpox, be nice. Oh, baby. Come at me, too. Don't even attack Lily. Ah. Okay. Alright, boys. Oh, shit, son. Okay. Alright. What's up? We're not out of it yet. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how you do it. Good game. I knew we needed that. We needed our edict to hit that hollow one, boy. That's... Woo, that smallpox is good shit. I'll tell you what. If you ain't using smallpox, you're missing something. Got him, indeed. Good game. Good game. This is kind of a rough one here. Could be really good. Could be really bad too. I'd like to have some type of interaction earlier. I guess we got thoughts. So let's keep it. I'm gonna try to win by running them over with Mutavaults. So let's see a hand with his whole hand is Teferis. Nope. We got one. Dragonlord is Jutai. Okay, so we're not too worried about him. This guy is whack. I almost want to just get rid of him all. It could be a good play just to... They run how many typically now? They run at least one. I mean, at least two. Let me check out a recent blue-white control list. Only one, okay. Some have two. A lot have one though. Could take the opt and then steal all his ops. Probably just take Teferi and play it slow. Maybe I'll take his Flooded Strand. Hey! What's up, baby? My girl's home. Let's beat this blue-eye control player down and show it how we do it. I'll be right back. Are you serious? We have another one? Alright, so we definitely should have surgical it. That's hilarious. So if we lose, you know, we know why. So he runs at least two. Good to know, good to know. I don't know whether we'll get more value out of it, you know. Wrench is pretty solid. Can maybe set up a double mutable attack next turn. Wrench mine will be pretty vicious next turn. Gotta get him to dump his Oju die. Field on my Urborg kind of hurts. Nice. Okay. Okay. We can get him hellbent here. I think the proper order is... Nah, I haven't really tried Elder Spell much. Oh, beautiful, we got a hit. So we got the Ice Fang. So we just make him hellbent here. Maybe even surgical the Ice Fang. So we got another mutable right here. So if I hadn't tapped him, I guess he would have... I still might have been able to attack. I didn't consider the Field of Ruin giving me an extra mana. Yeah, I can say it would only have given me an extra mana if I had... Yeah, so never mind. Well, I guess we don't use surgical because we need to drop it. I want to have mutable beatdown plan. And I guess tapping the silent clearing was wrong also. Okay, we did a punt there. We didn't do our lands tapping as optimally as a professional would have. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Get out of here, Control! Alright. Okay. Alright, bros. Well, List is feeling it. I don't know if I can play too much more, so we'll probably just quit there. We won every match today, so 4-0. I like it. Tournament practice room doesn't mean much, but let's go look at the list, you know. Yeah, there you go. It's up here now too, or the link. So we got 4 canopy lands, only 1 Dave, but pretty diverse setup here. The 2 surgicals are really nice. High skill cap card. I'm not perfect with them yet, so I'm glad I have them online now because I get to practice with them. You saw against the Relic, so I tried to surgical someone. Now, Canopy is the land that you sack to draw a card. So there's actually, you could run 8 of them. Because there's the black-green one, I think. There's another black one. Yeah, they're enemy Canopy lands. So. Field potential, you know, it's always there. I'm a big fan of it still. I dropped Nether Spirit from this list. I don't know. I'm just not feeling them right now against the meta. When I looked at the list, of decks. For example, a deck you certainly want another creature attacking with is blue-white control. And what do they run? Path Exile. Not great. I really like having them in conjunction with Smallpox and Collective Brutality. Talking about the Nether Spirit, but it's just not really fit right now. Before we wrap up, does anybody have any other questions? Before I end the stream, I'm going to jump to some Rakdos, just brewing super quick, just mess around, maybe some blue-black, maybe some Grixis. Oh! What would a blue-black rack look like now? But here's the list. Probably Extirpate. See Neil Spellbomb. I don't think I'd run much other main board other than Surgical. I think Surgical is very main boardable. I think 1 is pretty much always pretty solid. So only against certain matchups 2 is not great, but you can make them work. And you have some answer to Life of the Loam game 1, which you just lose to otherwise, as well as decent answer against Tron, especially in conjunction with Smallpox. So you're usually too slow to field Tron and then Surgical, but Smallpox is good. Turn 2, then to free Surgical. So certainly a good card. That's why they're still 40 bucks. So yeah, props to you guys for helping me get those Surgicals. So in paper though, I would probably run Neil Spellbomb and just have them in the sideboard. I think like 7 sideboard cards for that. I'd probably run 2 to 3 of these, maybe 1 main board. I mean, it's always gas draw card. I haven't personally used that Spellbomb much, but I know a lot of people who swear by it, and I've seen a lot of lists that have 5-0'd that have them over the past few years, so certainly a good sideboard option opposed to Surgical. Someone was mentioning Ashiok earlier. Haven't really tried it. I know I tried him in Legacy. It was pretty good. That's about it, though. But yeah, it's been a nice little solid 2-hour stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. So this is like a 9-rack build, or this is 8-rack. Yeah. So I dropped the Shrieking for a Dave. And my final thoughts after the first day with London Mulligan is, I think it's great for us for a couple reasons. Yeah. For one, we mulligan pretty darn good. You saw the few times we mulled to 6 today. I think once per match, so I think we mulliganed 4 times at least. Our 6 was pretty good. Usually, you end up having some redundancy in the 6, and then it makes it exceptionally bad. But with the new London Mulligan rule, I had 2 Urborgs, or maybe a Smallpox, or too many lands. We had a lot. Our 6ers looked pretty nice. So our deck in particular, having a lot of 1-drops, works well for us mulliganing, if we have to. And we don't mulligan much, because our 7s are so good usually. So it's great for us just as we go. When you do have to mulligan, it helps. And of course, Leyline being our main graveyard answer, it helps us there. Secondly, if more people are mulliganing, in general, in a vacuum of just numbers, then their hand size is less than 7 average starting. And the lower that number is, the better the rack is, because any number lower than 3 is, 2 or lower after that interval is doing damage, and more damage. So more mulligans, the better. Now, as far as people finding specific hate against us or better combo pieces, I don't think that's a big problem, because we excel against combo decks at the beginning. So the third reason is if combo decks become degenerate due to London mulliganing, we do well against combo decks. So if anything, if the field balances towards that, it doesn't hurt us that much. So those are my thoughts on London mulligan after, a day and just been thinking about it a little bit. So that's the list right now. Appreciate you watching, guys. Thanks for all the new follows. We're going to call it there. So yeah, peace out. I'll see you guys.